The following program is for adult audiences only.
Hey, this is Alonzo Bowden, and you are listening to Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
Here we are again, boys and girls.
It's the fucking shit show. Another episode. Alright.
Oh my god. So, I told Anthony here last Saturday about this new special on HBO Max.
Oi.
It was.
I mean,
Sarah Silverman, Someone You Love.
I should have said oy vey. That would be funny.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'm getting there, you know? I'm getting there.
I now regret telling Anthony about that special.
You know, I mean, she's not as bad, I think, as I remember. But I hate to say that, like, oh, someone's a bad comedian. I just think, like, she's not funny. Like, I think we all like, yeah, sure, you're funny. Because, like, it was the time, you know. It was the early 2000s. It was the times. But, like, she's not funny, though. Like, you can watch the whole thing and not laugh. That's not funny. Damn it. Like,
this is the first thing that I've seen her do that I did not like.
I think you didn't like the other stuff too. That you just told, like, that's what I mean. Like
I
it's
just
fun.
tricked myself into thinking I like it.
Like we can all be mistaken. We can admit as comedy culture that sometimes Bill Cosby, we make some mistakes. All right, sometimes Hyde off that '70s show, recent mistake.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Right? You know, sometimes.
Well, not a recent mistake, just recently got in trouble.
You know, fucking Kramer off Jerry Seinfeld. You know, sometimes we in comedy we can make a mistake, and we all liked a guy that, man, maybe we really probably shouldn't have been. You know, and I think that was her. It's fine. She's just not funny. So then just like stop giving her. She said in this special, she's one of the greatest comedians ever, or some shit like that. She said top 4 greatest comedians. And I understand it was a joke, because that's got to be a fucking joke. Because, I mean, like, come on, man. That's almost rude.
Well, she was in someone else's top 4.
You don't say it on a special to the world unless you're like, I know what you're fucking doing. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You're trying to say that, like, you're the best fucking comedian. And you're not, dude. You're not even funny. And I mean, I guess... I mean, she might be funny to herself. I mean, you can't say someone's not funny, but I think, unfortunately, we told her that she was funnier than she actually is, guys, and we gotta take it easy. We did it to Amy Schumer. We told her you're not really funny. Knock it off. And she did. She quit. Right? She knocked it off. She doesn't have a show anymore. She's not being annoying.
Like I said, this is the first thing that I didn't find her funny in, and the one bit in that fucking special that I liked was about the camera. So for those of you that didn't watch it, and probably won't,
just
she made a joke about a camera in or she was talking about Boy Scouts. She said we need to put cameras in the kids' asses, but not like a colonoscopy, like the reverse, like a Ring doorbell inside. Yeah. So that way when the counselor goes in, they can be like, hey, get out of my son. That part was the only bit. I mean, it's not funny out of context, but in context, it was fucking hilarious.
And then
that was the only part I liked.
And then big laugh, ha ha. She does another special. You see, when staring into the eyes of danger, one must stand unflinching. You see, you can't just fucking and you give her an inch, and she takes another fucking special. That's fine. Put that shit on Netflix. I find it insulting, right, to put it on HBO. Okay, say she's got 1 laugh. All right, I'll give her 4. 4 laughs. If you're a fan, she's got 7 laughs in the special, maybe. But you're not fucking... That's not HBO. That's Netflix. Put her on Netflix.
Comedy Dynamics.
Yeah, that's fucking... Yeah, come on, put her on Sling on the fucking free channel. You know what I mean? Fuck, like... That's not an HBO. Like, you gotta pay for HBO. Like my Max subscription is a lot, man. Like, I got.
Yeah.
Come on, that's HBO, man.
$20 fucking dollars.
They put
man.
Richard Pryor on HBO. Quit putting that bitch on HBO now. Come on, man. They put Carlin on fucking HBO. Like, Eddie Murphy. Don't put her on HBO no more. All right? I don't care. I've seen multiple shitty comedians that are funnier than her. Like, all of them. And it's not her fault. I'm not saying, like, she sucks at comedy. She's just not a funny person. So you got to stop letting her think she's funny, right? She's just not a funny person. That's fine. You got friends that aren't funny. They work at the bank. You know, whatever. Fuck 'em. That's what they do. That's cool. You know, you talk to them about, like, fucking shit that's going on during the day. The Korean War. You don't talk to them about jokes because they're not fucking funny. So that's her. She just talked to her about fucking, like, I don't know, finance. Ha! That's funny. See? Yeah, there's a good Jew joke, you know? It's double layered. Anyway, and Johnny thinks she's hot. So maybe that's why he got the laugh.
That was the most of the reason to watch this one.
That's it. And that was another thing too. I don't know. I don't know if the wardrobe's like ironic. I just, what, did you fucking dress down? You're on HBO. Did you dress down? I don't know. What, you fucking softball jeans? Your fucking t-shirt? Like, these people paid to be here. I don't know if it's ironic. It's insulting, is what it is. It's fucking annoying. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it felt like a cash grab kind of a thing. Like, maybe she's not pulling in the royalties from Comedy Central because fucking Chappelle Show's always on or something. So she's like, oh, I gotta fucking do a special for HBO, and they're fucking apparently so dry for comedians because Netflix is buying everyone. Mm-hmm. Everyone. Hey, you want a special? Fucking call them. I'll call them for you. They tried to give me one. I turned them down. I don't want to be on there. I just like. Maybe that they're just like, oh, Sarah Silverman, she used to be big in the fucking 2000 teens, so we'll fucking bring her in. It's like, I don't know. She's not that cool anymore. Fuck her. Whatever.
All right. On to our first story.
Ooh, see? Look at that shit. We didn't even get in the first story.
Family Feud contestant who joked he regretted marrying wife is convicted of murdering her.
Killed that bitch. I fucking seen that headline and I was like, man, I hope Johnny brings this up. I want to hear about it.
I just heard about it today.
See, that's part of the problem. You guys act like I'm ill-informed. I'm not allowed to be informed. If I see something, I just gotta hope we talk about it to you. Because I'm not allowed to read it until after the show comes out so I can figure out what I'm allowed to talk about. So I just don't read anything. I'm blissfully ignorant all the time. Just walking around. Can't hear nothing. I'm taping it. I can't hear nothing. Oh, it's ridiculous.
This is the former Family Feud contestant who joked on the game show that his biggest mistake was marrying his wife has now been convicted of murdering her. Timothy Bleefnick was found guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of home invasion in connection with the death of his estranged wife, 41-year-old Rebecca Bleefnick, WGEM, The Independent and USA Today report. So, just a quick timeout. So did he murder her, bring her back to life, and then murder her again?
That's 2 counts.
Because how do you get 2 counts on killing one person one time?
Again, we gotta go easy with these murder sentences, okay, guys? We gotta back some of these off. There's crimes that are worse than murder. Take it easy with the murder charge, all right?
Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, I murdered her. I brought her back to life. I murdered her again.
Well, I don't want to sound judicially ignorant. It's probably due to the fact that there's different types of murder. You're going to get, 1 count of fucking murder in the first, and then a secondary, also double count of murder in the second. If it was like you fucking planned it or some shit, or. I don't know.
Why would
the
that
rule
just
of law
be...
is not designed for us to understand it. The rule of law is designed to keep us in cages, folks. And, it does a good job. It's not, so, it's probably, they just fucking double tack on it. Fuck it, make sure he doesn't get out.
Well, why wouldn't that just be premeditated murder?
Well, because you can give him 2, Johnny, because it's the law. You just give him 2.
Man.
If you can hit him twice, he's already handcuffed. Hit him again. You can get him again, get him again. That's how it works. He's already in here. I know, but you can search him again. Make him take his clothes off. Do it. I want to see him.
Timothy was charged in March after Rebecca was found shot to death in her Quincy, Illinois home on February 23rd after she didn't pick up her kids from school, WGEM reported. The couple was going through a divorce at the time of the slaying and shared 3 children together. During the trial, one of Rebecca's sisters, Sarah Riley, testified that Rebecca had previously voiced concerns about her estranged husband, according to KHQA-TV. Riley said Rebecca texted her in September 2021 saying, "If something ever happens to me, make sure the number one person of interest is Tim. I am putting this in writing that I'm fearful he will somehow harm me," the outlet reports. Timothy and some of his family members were contestants on Family Feud in an episode that aired in 2020. And he joked about his marriage to Rebecca. "What's your biggest mistake you made at your wedding?" host Steve Harvey asked Timothy during the show, Fox News first reported. "Honey, I love you, but..." "Said I do," Timothy replied. "Not my mistake, not my mistake. I love my wife. I'm going to get in trouble for that, aren't I?" "Oh yes, you are," several years later.
Woof.
The episode was originally taped in the fall of 2019, according to Fox News.
Well, that's a lot of dangerous cross-talk going on. All right. Could you imagine, not that I take sympathy on the maniac, but I mean, like, what if she was just fucking joking? You know what I mean? You know how you have, like, that fucking, hey, if this guy kills me, I'm at Smith's. You know what I mean? So something stupid, and that you end up fucking dying, and then they arrest your husband. Your real life husband. They arrest him on some dumb shit he said on a fucking game show. On a family game show, folks.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, how hilarious. What if he didn't do it?
Well, and that's like I had the discussion this morning. It's like, okay, well, you're trying to guess the answers that are on the board. That doesn't mean that you believe said answer.
Yeah, I just like,
it's
what?
Like people say,
really mean.
I mean, if you go to YouTube, you can see tons of fucking blooper episodes where they're like, you know, what do you hate about your wife? Is like her tits, you know, or whatever. And it's like, well, I don't really hate your tits, but I think that's the number one answer. It's like, what the fuck do you want me to say?
Yeah, like
I want to win the fucking game.
They got you on some fucking game show shit, and like because your dumbass wrote some shit to your sister being fucking stupid, and now your husband's gonna go to jail for the rest of his damn life. But I mean, that is kind of how we're supposed to think of it. He's still innocent, right? Until proven guilty, right?
Oh, no, he was proven guilty.
Oh, well, fuck. Well. I guess another one bites the dust, boys. See you later.
Yeah, he didn't do a very good job.
Oh, man.
No. Yeah, he rode his bicycle to the fucking murder because he didn't want people to see him in his car. Okay, well, here's the thing, dipshit. Okay, your car goes how fast? How fast does your bicycle go? They're seeing you for a lot fucking longer than in your car.
Why not plan a more private murder?
Yeah. Fucking retard.
I mean, you could just plan a more private murder, right? Like, I gotta do it where everyone can see me on a bike.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, guys, if anybody ever says I murdered someone and I was on a bicycle and seen by everyone, it wasn't me. I didn't do it, all right? Even if they try to say I did it, it wasn't me. That's ridiculous. I would never murder somebody on a bicycle unless I was in a car.
Right. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Anyway, speaking of stupid, fertility doctor accused of secretly using his own sperm on patients dies after his homemade plane falls apart.
Man, good riddance.
Right?
Good riddance. All right, let me tell you what we need to start bombing. Fucking fertility doctors' offices. Why are we not protesting that we're at Planned Parenthood with fucking picket signs and people throwing fucking blood on people and bricks through the windows and shit? Why are we not in conjuncture doing that at fertility clinics? I think 100%. I mean, if somebody made me this sign, I would go stand out there. I don't want to buy this shit, but if you did that, like, I would go stand out there and I'd fucking punch a fertility doctor. They're old. What are they gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, these people are the goddamn enemy. So I'm glad he fucking bit the dust. What an asshole. And I think it's hilarious that he was putting all his own semen in there. That's great. That's fucking, you deserve that, you bitch. That's fucking hilarious. But he's still getting these bitches pregnant, so he's got to go. He's got to go, you know? He's contributing to the problem. It's not solving.
Says a prominent New York doctor accused of fertility fraud died over Memorial Day weekend after the hand-built plane he was on catastrophically fell apart mid-flight and plummeted to the earth. The doctor, 72-year-old Morris Wortman, was killed, as was the pilot and plane's owner, 70-year-old Earl Luce Jr., as reported by WIVB. A press release from the Orleans County Sheriff's Office said the plane, identified as a Whitman W5 Buttercup, appeared to have broken apart during the flight.
Shit!
The wings of the plane became detached from the fuselage and fell into an orchard as the fuselage flew an additional 1,000 to 1,500 yards before crashing into an orchard.
Holy fucking heat, dude.
Police described the plane as an experimental homemade plane, a very small plane. But one of its passengers, Wortman, had a big reputation. A well-known OBGYN who operated in western New York, Wortman started facing accusations of fertility fraud in 2021. Then a woman named Megan Hellquist filed a lawsuit against him. Her mother had been one of Wortman's patients in the 1980s, but Hellquist, who had also been one of his gynecological patients, discovered via a genealogy test that Wortman was her biological father. Hellquist realized the truth when her genealogy test revealed several half-siblings. Her suit accused Wortman of gross, wanton, and willful fraud.
Ancestry.com got you fucked up!
Yeah. Then there was 5 of us, and we were all the same age. And 6, and then 7, and it started to feel like, well, if there's 7, there might be 20, and if there's 20, there might be 100. And I started to feel terrified, Hellquist told ABC7 of her discovery.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. That happens. Apparently, that's like a real... That happens
yeah.
a lot. Like, these guys are... Hey, you're going to a dude that's just like, oh, yeah, it's mine. Like, or it's not. What the fuck out of here, man? What are you talking about? That's crazy. Just adopt a kid. Stop being an asshole.
I mean, I guess that's how you get around paying people for their fucking spooge, is to do it yourself.
If you can afford a fertility doctor and insemination and all this bullshit, you can afford to adopt a child. Stop being a fucking asshole. Like, what do you mean? What are you talking, like, you can even get a baby before it's all messed up. You know what I mean? You don't gotta get a 9-year-old. I mean, you're a real dickhead if you don't. But you can get them before they shook them, you know, before they're all mixed up. You can get a new one, almost new. I mean, it's gonna withdraw a little bit. It's gonna have the shakes, but it'll be fine. Give it a couple weeks. It'll be all right, you know. It'll be fine. Get it on that Similac, you know. It'll be fine. It'll be good. You're over here, fucking fertility doctor. You deserve what you get. They're all doing that, dude. Every one of them. Even if they say they're not, they are. They fucking and that's something else too. I think, hasn't 23andMe been out for like a long time? How sketchy. Man, you're on the razor's edge, dude, playing that game. Like, they'll never know. Yeah, they will,
No
man.
shit. But I mean,
You think they're never going to have $110 to pay for the test?
But I mean, this was in the 1980s. That shit wasn't around and I mean, nobody at that time knew that there was going to be Ancestry.com or even a .com because...
I don't know, bro. They were... Orson fucking knew. Mr. Wells knew. He was telling you, fucking idiot, man. You should have been listening to that guy because he would have known, man. What are you doing? They're all going to look like you. What are you, fucking out of your mind? What are you doing? Like, they're all going to have receding hairlines. What are you talking about? Like, that fucking nose? Oh, I don't know. I think, and also it's a little interesting why they keep calling it a plane. What constitutes a plane? What if I fucking build something back there?
Tube with wings on it, I guess.
That right?
Makes
like,
a plane.
I want to know is like, apparently the sky isn't like the road. You don't need like blinkers and shit. So like, can I just make something up and fly that way? I thought I was illegal. Like I got a lawnmower engine. I could just mech up something in the back and fucking fly down the hill. Is that real?
Yeah, I mean,
and then I have a plane. I thought planes were expensive. I'm like, dude, plane's gonna cost me $45,000 minimum just to get the bare essentials, necessity, wet bar, a couple things in there, stuff you need. You know? I'm just like, But you could just build one for $45 in the back. I don't know. I don't know what a $45,000 plane's worth if some dickhead with $100 in a fucking trash bag can fucking smash right into my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the law? There's got to be somebody that's like, all right, if you made it, it can only go like 45 feet in the air. You can't fly. It's not a plane. Don't call it a plane, you fucking asshole. Then he thinks he can fly, and then the fuselage is a half a mile down the fucking road.
Yep.
Hilarious. Yeah, I love how they just kept calling that guy the owner of the plane. He's the owner of that fucking thing. What is it? Is it a plane if you shoot it with a slingshot? Like, what do you... when is it a rocket? Because it just goes up and falls down. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? What's a plane? I don't know.
Good question.
Pardon, fucking their writer. Take it easy with these fucking accusations you're throwing out here, all right? Next story.
Florida murder victim known only as Trunk Lady finally identified after 53 years.
What, they find her in the trunk?
A trunk. Not like the trunk of a car, but
okay.
like an old school trunk. So this is kind of a long story here.
Huh? All right.
So. Says on Halloween in 1969, 2 police officers in St. Petersburg, Florida, came upon a black steamer trunk in a wooded area behind a seafood restaurant. Inside, they found the dead body of a partially clothed woman wrapped in a plastic bag after being strangled with a man's necktie. For years, police attempted to identify her, but all efforts led to dead ends. For more than 50 years, police and locals alike refer to this Jane Doe simply as Trunk Lady. And I'd like to pause right here for a second and say, I've already solved this crime, just so everybody knows. Super easy. Anthony's going to solve it too by the time the story's done, just so you know. You'll all get it as I'm reading it, trust me. Finally, advanced DNA testing has now uncovered the woman's identity, a 41-year-old mother of 5 from Tucson, Arizona named Sylvia June Atherton. According to an announcement from St. Petersburg Police Department,
I figured it out. What's going on here?
Atherton's body had initially been found in a horrific state, which Florida is definitely a horrific state. Clothed only in a pajama top, the woman has several injuries to her head and strangulation marks from a man's Western-style bolo tie on her throat. At the time, the only lead that police had were eyewitness accounts of from local teenagers who reported seeing 2 men in a pickup truck dumping the trunk in the woods and driving off. But unfortunately, this bit of information led investigators nowhere. A lack of leads eventually led to her being buried at Memorial Park Cemetery under a gravestone that read Jane Doe. Atherton would remain there for 40 years. Eventually, the brutal and mysterious nature of the crime caught the attention of researchers at the University of South Florida in 2010. By February of that year, the research team got permission to exhume Atherton's body and begin DNA testing. The team attempted to extract DNA from teeth and bones, but they had degraded so much that testing was virtually impossible. Meanwhile, various newspapers, articles, and even true crime television shows dug into Atherton's case, but no new leads were uncovered. But now the St. Petersburg Police Department announced that they had discovered a sample of skin and hair from Atherton's original autopsy and sent it to Othram Labs in Texas. In April, the lab contacted the police department and told them that their trunk lady was Sylvia June Atherton. With her name now in hand, cold case detective Wally Pavelski tracked down her living relatives and got in contact with her daughter, Cylin Gates, who was 9 at the time of her mother's disappearance. According to Gates, Atherton had left Tucson with her husband, Stuart Brown, and her children, 5-year-old daughter Kimberly Ann Brown, adult son Gary Sullivan, adult daughter Donna, and her husband, David Lindquist. That's the daughter's husband. The group reportedly left Tucson to move to Chicago, but evidently had some problems along the way. Gary Sullivan eventually returned to Tucson by himself, and public records show that Stuart Brown died in Las Vegas in 1999 without reporting that he was ever married to Atherton. Brown also never reported his wife missing. Have you caught on yet? Even more mysterious is the fact that police have been unable to locate the children that traveled to Chicago with Atherton and her husband. Gates, who stayed in Florida with her father, told the Tampa Bay Times that she had never heard of the Trunk Lady and that she had no idea how her mother made it to St. Petersburg. It was so shocking, she said. We had no idea. None whatsoever. So have you figured out who the killer was, Anthony?
Well, it was probably obviously the husband, right?
Yeah.
And then it was they were obviously doing some sort of a doggy style choker with the necktie kind of a thing, got a little too rough. She fucking died, she passes out. He's a little too into it, so he keeps going, until he's done, and then he goes, "Oh, what? She's dead!" And he tries to hit her to wake her up, and doesn't wake her up. She's fucking she's out. She's in a nightie. So then he throws her in the fucking sex trunk, where you got to take out all the dildos, put her in the big trunk where he had all the sex stuff, right? Then he calls his hillbilly buddies, go dump this bitch in the fucking swamp.
Yep.
That's what happened, dude. I knew it from the beginning. I knew what was going on. It's clearly some sort of a kinky thing. They probably have tapes. Something's going on.
Yeah, how ridiculous. Never reported they were married. Didn't report her missing.
Oh, man. I don't assume he's a bad guy. I assume maybe he got into a little trouble accidentally.
Maybe
and
there was a mistake.
Yeah, things happen. This is why there's different counts. You see, this is why there's different ones.
Go.
He gets the lightest one. He probably didn't mean it. I'm just saying, nobody gets murdered in a nightie and thrown in a sex trunk. That's all I'm saying. Nobody did.
Yeah.
God. Necktie. That's straight out of 50 Shades. Come on. Come on. Nobody does that. Who's straight? If you're going to strangle, a necktie is not what you want to use,
Well, it's a bolo tie. It's basically like a fucking wire.
Oh, well,
like a
bolo
cable.
tie might work. That really throws it off. I like to think of it as a regular silken necktie. I'm going to think of it as a silken necktie. That makes me happy inside, and that makes him an innocent man.
That's funny. All right. Orcas have sunk 3 boats in Europe and appear to be teaching others to do the same.
Fuck yeah!
Good going, Orcas. We like Orcas.
Get them! Get them!
Says Orcas recently launched a coordinated attack against a yacht off the European coast, and the rest of the population may be copying the behavior, experts worry. As the Live Science reported, one recent killer whale attack occurred on May 4th when a group of 3 orcas struck a yacht off the coast of Spain in the Strait of Gibraltar. There were 2 smaller and 1 large orca, said skipper Werner Schaufelberger. The little one shook the rubber at the back while the big one reportedly backed up and rammed the ship with full force from the side. The 2 little orcas observed the bigger one's technique, and with a straight run-up, they too slammed into the boat. The crew was ultimately rescued by the Spanish Coast Guard, but though they managed to tow the boat to Barbate, it sank at the entrance of the port.
Guys, you gotta eat them. You gotta eat them. The orcas, you can't leave any fucking witnesses because now they know how you're doing it. Hey, you gotta eat them, orcas. Come on.
Says this, however, was not an isolated incident. Just 2 days earlier, the Telegraph reported a pod of 6 orcas attacked another boat along the Strait of Gibraltar near Tangier in Morocco. Skipper Greg Blackburn of Leeds stated that he was combating heavy weather when 2 large blows struck his boat's rubber. Shortly after, he realized 2 large orcas had rammed into it, and then 4 more showed up. The orca leading these attacks is a large female known as White Gladys, who experts say suffered a critical moment of agony after colliding with an entrapment or boat during illegal fishing. At that moment, a behavioral switch flipped for the orca. That traumatized orca is the one that started this behavior of physical contact with the boat, Alfredo Lopez Fernandez, a biologist at the University of Aveiro in Portugal and representative of the Atlantic Orca Working Group, told Live Science. The orcas are doing this on purpose, of course. We don't know the origin or the motivation, but defense behavior based on trauma as the origin of all of this gains more strength for us every day, he added.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
How awesome. Fucking orca turned into a Terminator, dude. Now you fucking sail some shit around here, tipping boats over.
The only bad thing is now the hunt's going to be on for orcas, And it's not their fucking fault. You know what? You
yeah.
don't want to get bit by the dog? Don't go in his yard.
Yeah, why are you?
How fucking hard is
Why are
that?
you in the ocean? All right, take it easy.
Nope.
I don't know why we're even in the ocean. What are you even doing in there? Fishing boats. What are you doing fishing? Why? We don't need fish. Have you had my shrimp tacos? We don't need fucking
Yeah, no
fish.
shit.
What are you talking about? We don't need. I don't even know what you're doing over there. You're wasting fucking dinosaur bone juice over there. You're wasting gas out there, bro.
Exactly.
You're fucking everything up. And I'm glad you're getting shit tipped over. I don't
Yep.
think we should even be allowed to go in the fucking ocean. What are you doing in there?
Yep.
I don't need to go in the ocean for anything.
Nope.
Not for nothing. I mean, I went one time. I was like, all right. That was cool. I left. I never need to go again. That's it.
Yep.
You don't even need to go the one time. It was cold and dirty. I mean, it's not even. I mean, it's what the fuck? Why are you even allowed in there? We shouldn't be allowed in. We're not allowed in space. You can't go in space. Neither can I. Why can anybody just got in? Tom, Dick, and Harry can just fucking go into the ocean. If we have presidents and laws, why are they not protecting the things that are sacred? I don't give a shit if you rob Dickhead's house. Don't go in the ocean. You're not allowed in the ocean. You know what I mean?
But you know what? If you go in Dickhead's house and he shoots you, that's your fucking fault.
And that's also your fault because I don't care what you do in Dickhead's house. I don't care what he does in his house. You know?
Yeah.
And this is the Thunderdome, motherfucker. Dated reference be damned. You come in here, shit's going down.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're even allowed to know. It's not like we need it for food anymore. I get it, like some people need it for food. But the people that need the ocean for food, these backwater third world, I'm not talking you fat asshole that likes your salmon fucking and your fucking tilapia and your fucking seafood lobster fucking whatever the fuck. You dickheads can all go fuck off. No, I'm talking about the indigenous shitheads that like have to fucking brave the tides and swim out to
With
try
a
to
stick.
yeah, like that's orcas aren't fucking with those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys don't have multi-million-dollar fishing fucking steamers. Fuck you. I'm glad they're sinking your shit.
Yep.
Sink
Me
them.
too.
Get them. Get them. I hate them.
Absolutely.
Get them, dude. Get them. I think it's bananas we're even allowed. We've got trespassing laws like on mountains. There's like fucking BLM land. And you're not allowed on there. That's their stuff. You can't go over there. It's fenced. But you could just go in the ocean. And just fucking that's our most valuable resource on this planet is our oceans. We could give a damn less about what happens. Like, we have trespassing laws. You're not allowed to go on people's land. But you can just go in the ocean wherever and fucking piss in it. It's bananas. I don't think we should be allowed
Dump
in
your
there, man.
fucking garbage
Dumping
in it.
garbage in it, dude.
Fucking island of trash that's bigger than Texas.
It's crazy, dude. I think all the ocean should be like Sentinel Island, and just motherfuckers aren't allowed to be in it. Why are you in it? You shouldn't be in it. You're not allowed.
And you can't even say travel because you can fly now.
Yeah,
you don't need to be in the ocean.
There's literally no reason to be in the fucking ocean other than, like, I get it, shipping and manufacturing. They're not sinking cargo liners full of fucking goods. They're sinking fishing boats. Fuck those fishing boats. We don't need them, guys. You got to get over it, man. I'm telling you. Another plug. Try the tacos. You won't need shrimp. You won't need fish ever again in your life, dude. You just don't need it. It's not worth it. It doesn't taste good. You don't need it.
They fucking taste like shrimp. I'll tell you what.
Let this be a testament to the day that I have triumphed over nature. Okay? I have made something better than what nature and God has given. Okay? It will be today. Anyway,
Absolutely.
fuck those fishing boats.
Amen.
Orcas are smart than a bitch, man.
Landlord allegedly kills engaged couple outside home in dispute that possibly stemmed from mold complaint.
You better try some bullshit on a motherfucker like that. That's because your renters don't have guns.
Says a landlord in Stony Creek, Ontario, fatally shot an engaged couple renting out part of his home before he barricaded himself inside during an hours-long standoff that ended when he was shot dead by police, authorities say. The Hamilton Police Service identified the two victims of Sunday's violence as 27-year-old Carissa McDonald and 28-year-old Aaron Stone, which I'd like to take a moment and say thank you for having normal fucking names that I can pronounce.
Well, Carissa's a little on the fucking crazy side. Take it easy.
It says who say they were killed in what appeared to be a dispute with their 57-year-old landlord. The landlord has not been identified by the police. while CBC reported that the dispute may have been over mold in the home.
Not been identified. What, he didn't have a wallet? Did he blow his fucking face off?
No. They know who he is.
Oh, okay.
They're just not saying to us
It's
who
like,
he
what,
is.
you still don't know? What do you mean? He came here in that truck right there.
And it's his home.
Run the plates. What the fuck?
It says the landlord was fatally shot by police after a standoff that lasted several hours included exchanges of gunfire between the man and the responding officers. At one point during negotiations with police, Hamilton police said the suspect fired at the Hamilton police armored vehicles and then again fired at police, which led to officers firing back and killing the man.
God, that dude, he didn't hit any officers. What the fuck was he shooting?
I fucking don't know. Slingshot? I don't know.
Taking on
He's
SWAT.
trying to go to space.
Taking on SWAT with a pistol. I'm taking on SWAT. Like, come on, man. Take it easy.
Yeah.
That's an armored vehicle. You're not gonna
do anything to that.
buddy. You're not going through that.
But I mean, I guess if the black mold doesn't kill you, the landlord will. So.
Fucking that's it, dude. You picked the wrong house. You know, the
Fucking
rental
ridiculous.
market is tight these days. Rental market's getting crazy, you know. You got to take what you can get. But hey, I'm telling you, look out. You might get a weirdo that wants to blow your fucking head off for a mold complaint.
Yeah. Maybe you should do a background check on your landlord.
Indeed. You know, I got to understand, though, his level of frustration, like with a house. Like, I fix shit on my house all the time. Like, this guy's gone on 2 weeks, no sleep. He's fucking fixing this house. These people keep complaining. I got closet doors falling off. My sink's clogged. My pilot's out. My fucking toilet's clogged. I got fucking stain in the carpet, the electrical. I got light bulbs out. This guy's been here 1,000 times. Garage doors broke. What? There's black mold. Bang! I'm not doing it. No more. I can't do it. I'm not trying to evict these assholes. They're done. And then he's like, oh, well.
Oops.
I guess that's it. All right. Come on, SWAT, you motherfuckers. Let's go. I mean, he knew he was wrong. Nobody, I mean, I know what's going to happen. I mean, nobody takes on SWAT with a fucking pistol. Come on. That guy knew. I like to give him the benefit of the doubt. I like to think of him as a man that made an egregious mistake and then a man, like he's a Viking. He wanted to go out with an axe in his hand, you know? Valhalla! You know, he's going to die anyway. Fuck it, right?
Yeah.
You know, he might not be a bad guy. He might have been stressed. Cigarettes are $10 a pack now. He might have been stressed, you know? Gas is back up to $4, guys. He's trying to rent this house out, man. Well, he can't be here all the time. Black mold? I can't deal with that. I have to repaint the whole fucking place. No, I'm not going to have it cleaned. I'm going to paint over it. I'm going to paint right over it. Come on, you got black mold too. You just don't know. They painted over it,
seals
dude.
in the germs.
Yeah, they painted right over it, dude. You have no idea. Fucking assholes.
All right. Speaking of fucking assholes, these fucking assholes are going to get out of here.
Oh, man, we better go before they fucking kick us out of here. Right?
We'll see you next week. New podcast starting every Tuesday at 8 a.m. or hear previous episodes anytime.
Come on back every week, C-Sweet Poppy. I got what you need.
You can email us at who'stalkingshh@gmail.com. That's 3 H's.
That's it. Email me. I want to read your shit.
You can leave a voice message on Anchor and possibly be included in an upcoming episode. Tell us how much you like it or if you think it sucks.
Leave me a name and number after the beep.
Go to our Facebook page link on Anchor.
You know you like me.
You can also hear us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more.
You know me. I'm on all the platties, dawg.